Is the housing market in a shift? Does this mean the Denver housing market is headed for a crash? Well, let's take a look at April's numbers and see what they are telling us. I'm going to be looking at the Denver housing market for 4 counties that basically make up, South Denver metro area. And that includes, of course, Denver County, Arapahoe County, Jefferson County, and Douglas County. And this encompasses suburban areas and cities like Inglewood, Centennial, Lone Tree, Highlands Ranch, Littleton. And when I look at the market, I look at 6 statistics or 6 indicators that kind of tell us where the market is trending. The first one, of course, is pending homes, which means they're under contract. Then there's listings for sale. How much inventory do we have to choose from? Sold listings. This is where the seller got the money, the new buyer got the house keys. And of course, we also look at median price, median days in the MLS, like how long was it on the market before the seller accepted an offer? And lastly, weeks of inventory. Let's go ahead and get started. It's Friday. It's the 3rd week in May of 2022, and we finally have April's numbers. Look at pendings first. Last month in April, we had 5,463 properties go under contract. And for April of 2021, we had 5,353 homes go under contract. That tells us that under contract homes are up 2%. Now, why is that? Well, of course, this is our hot spring selling season. Add to that, rates have been increasing since February, and buyers may be thinking, hey, I better get into a home now, right now, before rates continue to climb. Well, it's nice to see that we're up in under contracts. It's telling us that buyers are out there and they're ready to buy. What about for sale or new listings available? What can buyers choose from? Last month, we had 6,469 new listings come on the market. It's up 3.4% from this time last year. This is great news for buyers. More inventory coming on the market gives them more choices. It could be, again, because interest rates are climbing, that sellers are going, hey, if I'm going to make a move, I better make it now before the interest rates get too high, and then maybe that'll put a downward pressure on my sale price that I can get. Good news is we are trending in the right direction. We are getting more inventory on the market, which hopefully will lead to a more balanced market down the road. Let's look at closed or sold volume. In April, we had 4,867 homes close and sell, compared to last April where we had 5,192 homes close and sell. So that's down 6.3% from last year. Now you might be thinking, oh my gosh, that's it, that's the crash, it's coming. There's a lot, that we're not getting the closings, we're not selling the houses. But we have to put this into perspective. This is the 2nd highest sale volume over the last 5 years. Interestingly enough, 10.3% of those that sold were in the price point between 1 and 2 million. That's never happened before. So this is a shift that we do want to keep an eye on, but again, we have to put it into perspective. And along with that perspective, we're going to look at median price. So the median price of a home in April was $616,700,000. Now that is up from $520,000 last year at this time. That's a whopping 18.6% increase in home value. And I have to sort of take that number in, because I don't know about you, but you remember 2 years ago in April what was going on? I do. Everything went flatline, right? I mean, everything got quiet. Denver turned into a ghost town. Everything stopped. The world stopped. Across the board, all the experts were telling us how we're going to lose property value. And what happened? Well, we appreciated double digits year over year. So, these are shifts that are occurring in our market when we look at these numbers, and you want to pay attention to them, but don't let it get you crazy, because realistically, nobody really knows what's going to be going on. It's hard to tell sometimes, especially in a fast-moving market. But what was really interesting was during this time, Coloradans gained an average of about $75,000 in home equity. That's pretty nice equity. So, again, do we listen to the experts, or do we just deal with what we got? Now, the other thing we do want to look at, though, is median days in the MLS. And, of course, for Denver, in April, it was 4. And it was basically 4 the year before, too. And that was only down one day from the 5 it took to sell your home in 2020. So, when I saw these numbers, I started to realize that my out-of-state clients are having a hard time. Because, to put it in perspective again, the median days on market nationally is 34. That's 30 more days than what we have available here in the Denver metro area. It really explains why a lot of my clients right now who come from out of state are having a bit of a challenging time because they have to move a lot quicker than they're used to. So another stat we want to be looking at is weeks of inventory. How many homes have we got for sale? Now, we saw in the previous numbers that we did have more homes come on the market for sale, so that was good news for buyers. However, our weeks of inventory is only 2 weeks. And to give you an idea why this number is important, it's a normal market, an average market, is going to be somewhere between 5 to 7 months supply of homes on the market. We only have 2 weeks, and that was the same in April of 2021. Now, with those numbers, you have to really think about how much supply do we need before we start to see a more equal market? Is it 1 month supply? 2 months supply? What do you think? Leave your comment down below. I'd love to hear your opinion. Along with this weeks of inventory, I also like to look at how many showings does a home get. First Alliance Title recently reported that the average number of showings a home got before going under contract right now in April was about 13.9. And that's a bit down from the 22.7 showings they were getting at this time last year. This to me is an indicator of another shift in the market. I think we want to be watching, see where this trend goes. In the meantime, my name is Peggy Dursthoff. I'm a realtor with HomeSmart here in the Denver metro area, and I specialize in suburban living. Thinking about making a move? Let's get the conversation started. You can email me, text me, call me, or you can just leave a comment down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.